Sam Raimi's only second movie of the 2020s, which is a bit ridiculous to say. I mean, he is one of the better actors, or directors, I suppose, since the 80s, and it's his only second movie of the 2020s and his first original one at that. I mean, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, while I did enjoy, I understand why the masses do not like that movie. A lot of the writing in that movie was really, really garbage, and you can tell that Sam Raimi didn't have full control of it, which is such a sad thing to say, because he's brilliant. And Sen Help proves that. I'm giving Sen Help 8.5 out of 10. I'm not too sure yet, but maybe on a good day a 9. This is a Sam Raimi movie, and that's why I made the thumbnail. Sam Raimi is back. If studios and whoever else don't pick him up after this more, it'll be such a shame. You know, his last original movie, I think, was 15 years ago, maybe even longer, maybe 2007. And we that shouldn't be something I should be saying. You know, he's had the Oz movies in the early 2010s and Multiverse of Madness, but aside from that, I don't think anything else has come no, I think that's all that's come out in the past decade, which is horrible to say. I mean, he is an amazing director, and Senhel proves it. For me, he really doesn't have any misses. The Evil Dead trilogy is phenomenal. Darkman is great. The Spider-Man trilogy is great. Send Help is great. I honestly like the Oz movies, which I don't know if that's a hot take. Could be, but I like them. I think Sam Raimi is a brilliant director. He's fantastic. I think he knows what he's doing. And in San Help, you can see his style is in this movie. Something great about Sam Raimi is that if it really feels like his style never goes away. You have the amazing practical zombies in this movie, the camera work. Something so great about every Raimi movie is the camera work in them, and Send Help is not, you know, is not a movie that doesn't follow that trend. Especially the opening office sequence where you have a lot of these cool shots and the way the camera is moving around the plane scene right after that, and everything on the beach is just so fucking amazing. I mean, this movie is fucking gorgeous. Sam Raimi knows how to make a good damn looking movie, and this is one of them. And you know, even the scene towards the end, which feels a bit, you know, a lot more modern. The lighting's a bit weird, where you know she's playing the golf tournament and then driving off into the sunset. I suppose. I think it looks a bit weird, but it's so fucking funny. It doesn't really matter. You have her singing a song into the camera. Sorry, Rachel McAdams singing the song into the camera, and I think she's great in this movie. I think Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams are both fucking amazing in this movie. Uh, One of my favorite movies of last year was Twinless, and one of the first thing I said in my review for Twinless was we need to see more Dylan O'Brien. He fucking killed it in Twinless, and I'm happy he's back in a Raimi movie, and he's great. He's so good at pulling off this douchey, super rich loser. His laugh is perfect. It is so fucking perfect. It is the definition of a rich, snobby laugh. I think he is amazing at it. Uh, his friends on the plane, that whole sequence was great. Him not giving up his seat or helping anybody, and you know them trying to pull off Rachel McAdams off of her seat so they can get this seat belt. I thought that was all fucking great. This movie's comedy is unbelievably great, and a lot of it comes down to the chemistry between Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. They are so fucking perfect together. I think they were so great. Everything on the beach. The raft scene where Dylan O'Brien poisons her and fakes her out. It's so funny. It's I don't know if there's like a 10-minute sequence in this movie where you're not laughing. This movie's hilarious, and of course that comes from Raimi. Raimi is so good at making. Is there a name for horror comedies? I just say horror comedy. I wonder if there's a better name. Like we have dramedies, horromedies, perhaps. I'm not too certain, but he is so fucking great at doing horror comedies. I think he's a genius at them. It's why I want to see more of him. Something lacking in modern horror movies, um, is really good horror comedy movies. Like we do not get a lot of them, and you know, for him to come back and make Send Help was brilliant. Even though this does feel more like a thriller movie, we do have a lot of good horror in this. I think the boar scene is great. Uh, the parts where Rachel McAdams is acting dumb, and you know she's bringing his Dylan O'Brien's girlfriend over, but she like reset up the trap on the cliff, and she she has her walk on it and she kills the little Vietnamese guy, Thailand guy. I forgot what country they were in, and she just kills both of them. I think that was great. Rachel McAdams is just fucking perfect in this movie, like really, really perfect. I'm happy they didn't go the route of, oh, we're gonna make her good looking. You know, after the waterfall scene, I was like, man, I think this movie might take a turn for the worst. But no, nope, it didn't. They didn't do Rachel McAdams' character is now super duper hot, and Dylan O'Brien falls in love with her. We do have a lot of bait and switches, like the cave scene where they're cuddling with each other. But it turns out Dylan O'Brien ditched her to go make his raft. Then Dylan O'Brien makes the sushi lunch or dinner for her, and he poisons it, and he just runs out onto the raft, and he doesn't make it. So he comes back, and she tries resuscitating him, and she's just puking all over him. It's so fucking great. This movie was not scared to just keep fucking with us and having these two hate each other. You have the scene where she poisons him with a squid and she's pretending to chop his penis off. It was so fucking funny. I love this movie. People complaining about the character, the two of them interacting with each other so much and talking way too much in this movie is such a weird complaint. But I will say the only time I was out of it in this movie was the final mansion scene where they're inside that room together and Dylan O'Brien has the horn hidden behind his back. Um, that was the only scene that took me out. I think Dylan O'Brien goes on way too long, like way, way too long, and I think they're trying to make the audience seem like Dylan O'Brien is on her side, but all of that just to have her kill him in the end, I think that was just way too long. And honestly, they should have just loaded the shotgun and had her shoot him in the head. I think that would have been much better. But Send Help is fantastic. It is so far my favorite movie of the year. Maybe on a rewatch, this could be a 9 out of 10. But I miss Sam Raimi. I really did miss him. And I was saying it even before Send Help was announced last year, or whenever it was announced. I want more Sam Raimi movies. He needs to do a big return. Do maybe more. I mean, I love his original movies. I think they're great, but imagine a Raimi Scooby Doo movie. I haven't seen anyone say that before. Could you imagine Sam Raimi making a Scooby Doo movie? I think it would be one of the best movies of all time. I think it'd be fucking hysterical. I think it'd be amazing. But, Sam Raimi, keep making these original movies. Please come back and do more. Don't take a fucking 4 year hiatus and make me think you might be done because you clearly love what you're doing and you clearly just keep making bangers after bangers after bangers even after like these weird hiatuses. I mean, even the hiatus he took before this one, between this one and Doctor Strange, was like a 10-year gap. That's way too long. Sam Raimi is way too important of a director for, this bullshit. And we even have the Evil Dead movie coming out this year, later this year, and honestly, I'm not excited for it because he's not making it. I think, and I know he'll never come back to it, which I hope he doesn't. But we need no more Evil Dead movies. His sauce not being in them ruins them. And I mean, Send Help is just fucking great. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm just doing a Sam Raimi Glaze Fest. This movie looked gorgeous. Like I said earlier, camera work fantastic. The acting and the chemistry between Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien is fucking brilliant. Uh, and honestly, doing a story that's told so many times in two people being trapped on an island together, but having Rachel McAdams being like a Survivor superfan and being able to do everything on the island and and then turning that into a bit of a horror movie, I thought was all great. It felt fresh, even though this is an idea that we've seen repeated many and many of times in TV shows and movies. Somehow Send Help finds a way to make it completely fresh and brand new.